Thank you so much for joining us today for the Pastor's Potluck Podcast. Here on the Pastor's Potluck, it's similar to a normal potluck where you might get something that you want and there may be something that you just want to pass up altogether. And that's okay. There's something here for everybody. Our goal here is to encourage you and maybe in the process entertain you. If you're ready, let's dig in. Welcome to another episode of the Pastor's Potluck. I don't know how to start these things. I just start.
I don't know that that's the way.
I don't think it is either. But that's just what we're doing today.
It's good.
It's been a while since we've had like multiple people on at the same time.
I know.
Been a minute.
I'm sorry. I'm still looking up things.
Oh boy.
Welcome. Hey, so the temperature's changing.
It is. Yes, it is. Things are changing. They always are.
The trees are changing color.
Listen.
I like fall.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
You like your West Virginia falls now.
Yeah, I do.
You're into it.
Well, it's because I get to wear my little my flannel all the time now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's my old faithful. I wear it like all the time.
Yeah.
Except for like whenever it's like bitter cold, then I've got like a heavy jacket that goes on top of that.
Layers.
It's just a layer.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. Fall is fun around here.
It's
a good
fun.
time. The weather's usually decent enough you can be out and about.
Yeah.
And it's good. There's lots of stuff to do. Sports, community things happening.
Yep.
It's good.
Yeah. So what I'm not looking forward to is like whenever it's like cold and it's rainy and it's kind of like slushy. I don't like driving in that.
Yeah.
That's like one of the things I can't get used to as a southerner.
Mm-hmm.
Like y'all kind of claim that y'all are from the South, which is weird, but whenever there's only one state between us and Canada, that's not the South.
That's actually, I really appreciate that insight. I think that's a good look at it.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it is. It's that time of year.
So we're
Things
having
are
fun
happening.
today.
Good
We're gonna have some fun today.
Okay.
Fun.
We
You
have
say
a whole
so.
bunch of random questions. This may just be, may just feel like a mystery meat podcast, but we're actually gonna still have a mystery meat. Hopefully that we'll get a serious one to kind of give some people something to take home from today.
Yeah.
But I want to start it. I wanted to like come out the gates like just swinging. What's the worst advice you've ever been given or received?
Well, I mean, whenever I think of bad advice, like I'm recovering from like some allergy stuff right now. I can remember a few years ago, one of my friends, she was like, "You need to be drinking apple cider vinegar." And I was like, "Why?" She's like, "I'm telling you, it'll change your life." And you know what? I'm going to say, if it's changing your life, good for you.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for you. It changed my life in a negative way. It made me sick to my stomach. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it. So
The only thing I can think of it changing my life in a positive way I would probably have like a shredded abs from throwing up so much because that stuff is disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. But it was advice given to me, and I thought, shoot, if I'm feeling bad, I might be desperate, and I'll go for it.
Yeah.
Most of the bad advice I've taken is whenever I'm already kind of at the bottom of a situation, and someone's like, "Try this," and I'm like, I mean, whatever. I had back pain once, and someone told me I should roll down a hill diagonally. They were like, "My grandpappy said that always helped with back pain." Wouldn't you know, I'm driving, and you can find me up at the St. Albans Park rolling down a hill next to the pool for any type of relief. It's a situation. So you come at me when I'm feeling down. You can get me to do some pretty wild stuff.
I feel like I just got critical insight into who Anna is as a
You're
person.
welcome.
and when to make sure I am checking in on her.
Yep. Yep.
At least we know where to find you.
Haven't taken any crazy advice lately, have you?
Yep.
I had a headache, so I thought I'd just go for a roll down the hills.
I'm telling you, Paul Blake, my husband, as a witness, he's on the phone with his dad when I was rolling down the hill, and he goes, yeah, she's rolling down the hill. And then his dad, I can't hear his side, but essentially I'm guessing he says, is anybody looking at her weird? Like, is anybody there? Paul goes, there's one person looking at her weird. It was him.
So you were legit rolling down.
Oh, it was real life. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
this is real life. Welcome to my life. Bad Advice City Central, right here.
You're willing to give whatever a shot.
Listen, if I'm feeling bad, I'm already feeling bad. That's
Yeah.
my logic in it. Is I'm already feeling bad. If your advice isn't illegal and it's not going to like murder me or somebody else, all right, let's see what happens.
Oh boy.
Yep, you're welcome.
Yeah. What about you?
Don't ever change. That's the worst advice that anybody could be given
Never
or
change.
receive.
Never change.
Don't ever, Jared. You're so crazy. Don't ever change. I'm like, no, I need to. Like, this
Yeah.
is a work in
probably-
progress.
There's
Like, I
some
get
other
it.
yearbook
I feel,
signage that we
I feel like
can get.
McCorkle Avenue in Kanawha City. Like that. It always needs to be changing.
Roadwork Central there.
Yeah.
That's so good. No, that's good bad advice.
That's the worst advice. Don't ever change.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. I've like literally racked my brain about this. And I don't know. I don't know that I think the worst advice that I actually took was probably when my friend was like, you've got several boys that like you, just pick one. and,
That's hilarious.
and I knew at the time that I really wasn't interested in boys and I didn't really want to date. But I picked one. I'm not sure there was a right one in any of them, but it was definitely the wrong one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, his name was Ashley.
that's the wrong one.
Yep, there you go. So anyway, it was dumb. But yeah, I think that most of the time I'm pretty opinionated myself, and so I just.
Hey, but don't ever change.
And if you plan on changing, just roll down a hill to get to the new you.
It's so stupid. Gosh, pray for wisdom before y'all give
yes,
people
please.
advice. Please,
Yeah.
just tell yourself in the mirror. Like, look at the mirror. And if you're not going to receive it well, probably
Yeah.
somebody else is not going to receive it well.
Yeah. Incredible.
All right. This one's a little lighthearted. What are you doing? You trying to whisper over there?
She is. She's trying to have like a side pod. She's
Dude.
like,
Telling somebody to talk to God more instead of something else. I can't divulge it, but we'll just say someone was talking to inanimate objects, and
Oh.
I said maybe talk to God more instead of that. And
see?
That's good advice.
it was good advice, but it was probably not the right way to say.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. All right. This one is going to be completely subjective. But has anyone ever like walked up to you and say, "Oh, you remind me of someone," like a celebrity? Like ever?
I've had that happen. When I was a teacher, kids would tell me I look like people, and it was always the same person. And it is quite flattering. I'm glad they see it. They would say that I looked like Meghan Trainor, the
Yeah.
musician. They would because I would, I'd have to dress professionally, like in business attire. Even though I was the art teacher, I was ruining all my business clothes. So I shopped at like secondhand stores for business clothes.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, I'm ruining all this stuff
Right.
anyway. But they'd be like, "Oh, Miss Blake, you look like Meghan Trainor today." And I'm like in like a little sports jacket or something. They're like, yeah. And I'm going, I didn't even know who that was to begin with because I was like not up with the times. And then I was like, oh, thanks, guys. That was pretty cool. But that was one I got. And then yesterday I had a middle schooler tell me that I looked like a 7th grade boy. So I'm going downhill quick, and not in the rolling advice kind of way.
Wow.
Yeah, good times.
What about you?
When I was younger and tanner, I would get Selena Gomez, or I would get Jennifer Lopez occasionally. That was when I was younger.
I love that.
But like, I don't know that I've had anybody tell me anything recently. And this app is strange that you sent me.
I like the app I sent you. I thought it was fun.
So do you look like Janet Jackson?
Yeah.
I mean, I did used to have bangs. I feel like my...
I got told one time, somebody pulled me randomly, and they said, dude, you remind me of this football player. He's a quarterback, and his name's Carson Wentz. And I pulled up a picture.
Looking it up.
No, I already have a picture for you.
You have it? Oh, dude.
Look at that.
That looks like your like old glasses and everything.
Yeah.
Wild.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's very similar.
He looks like a substitute teacher there.
Very
I'll put this
similar.
picture up for everybody, like, so
Yeah.
like if you're watching this, you could see a side by side. I won't do side by side. It's going to take me too long.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put the picture up. I'll flash a picture of Meghan Trainor and Selena Gomez and
That's
Janet
fine, that's
Jackson.
fine.
No,
Do
so
you-
this little thing you sent me said a few different ones. It said Diana Ross, which you found awesome, Anna.
I did
because
think that was awesome.
our last names are the same.
Diana
Yeah.
Ross, Cheryl Ross. I mean, doppelganger 101.
Dude, what if she
One
died
cracks-
and like she was like my long lost relative?
Well, it would be
Oh,
Anthony's
yeah,
side
Anthony's.
of the family and not mine.
I know.
So
But what if they just picked you because you're the only, like, I don't know, girl? I don't know. And
This
Esme's
one-
too little to have a windfall.
I don't know. This one's funny, like just because I am not a fighter, and I didn't know who this person was. How do you say that name? Do you know that name?
Misha Tate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? That's
So this is
the.
one of
She's a
them that I
UFC
said.
fighter.
Yeah.
She's my age at least, but I think we do have like
Ew.
a similar like nose and lips or whatever. But yeah, so that one's interesting. It's like, man, I'd like to look like her.
I'm married to someone who constantly gets doppelgangered to this guy right here, TJ Miller.
Yes. Paul does look like him.
He will be in like a random, like, we'll be at the grocery store. Someone will stop him and say something like, hey, did you know you look like TJ Miller? And Paul will be like, cool. And then like one of our small group leaders, their mom said something to him once. And like I don't know, we'll just go places. And they'll be like, dude, you look like TJ Miller. I thought you were TJ Miller. Like, and I'm like, we don't even know who this guy is.
Yeah.
But he gets doppelgangered for TJ Miller all the time.
That's funny.
You know, Erica has gotten Meghan Trainor a couple times.
Yeah, I can see that.
I could see
Yep.
Yeah. They're
time
always
on here.
like, hey, is your name Megan?
that.
She's like, no, my
no.
name's Erica. And I'm taking photos of these military people. What would Meghan Trainor be doing here taking photos?
Yeah, it's a wild world.
It's so weird. Like, whenever you think about like how people can like really, like, there's some people that have met like from different parts of the world. Like, say like somebody from America goes on vacation to Europe, and then they come across somebody that looks like really close and, you know, and similar in looks. It's so unique how like it could be like really close, but we're all still different, like the way
Yeah.
that God's created us.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say this because it's going to sound like I'm a terrible person, but it's like, did God like just accidentally hit like the duplicate button whenever he was making those people?
Well, I think that there's only so many features
Yeah.
that are available. I mean, it's a plethora, but then you get to a point where, man, like we're all humans and we're
Yeah.
all like made in his image, and that comes with some similarities.
Yeah.
Both in character and in feature, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is kind of a neat thing when you come across someone with really similar characteristics.
Yes.
Really unique.
Yeah. It's interesting. God, he's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's all right. He's awesome.
All right, another question. Weirdest food combinations that people swear by.
A lot of things with peanut butter. I can't think of them right now.
There
When
were
people
a
do
lot of
stuff with
things.
peanut butter and stuff with
So-
ketchup, I'm going, what are you doing?
With ketchup.
Dude, for real.
So I found out a couple of people in my group really are anti-ketchup, and we didn't know this, and so they try to keep their little girl from eating ketchup too, because they're so anti-ketchup. And we gave her ketchup the other night, and like they were like, "Oh, she's eating ketchup." It was great. Anyway,
Why don't
your
they like
comment.
ketchup?
I don't know.
I
They
don't
just
like ketchup.
I love ketchup.
I mean, I'm not a massive fan, but I like it on things. Like there are some things that I will eat it with.
yeah,
but I
like
wouldn't
fries
just,
or
like-
tots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't like make
Um,
me sick. I'm not like against it. If someone puts it on my plate or puts it on my sandwich, I'll eat it.
Yeah.
But I'm not asking for it
Gotcha.
ever.
So I had a friend that she ate apples with the one brand of chili powder. She would sprinkle chili powder,
Oh.
and it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that does sound good.
It is. You got to try it. It's a starts with a T, maybe, or maybe it's not.
I don't know.
The
Tagine.
Tagine.
Maybe it's that brand.
Yeah.
Try it. It's really good.
I
And then
would
when
like that.
when I was researching, I came across vanilla ice cream and soy sauce. And what's funny is that I read that in a book.
Really?
Like I was reading a book, and that was one of their. And now I really want to try it since it's on a list somewhere.
You like both of those things,
I-
vodka?
I see. I can't do.
It's like a sweet and salty mix.
Yeah, I don't like
And
that.
so you don't like sweet and salty together.
No,
So you don't like trail mix with.
no. Well, if I eat trail mix, you okay over there?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
I like. I separate it all. Like I'm OCD.
You separate it all.
Yeah.
You don't eat it together. Oh my
No.
gosh. See, I am like a fan of like chocolate covered peanuts or things like that. Like I'm.
Oh,
a
see,
fan
no,
of that.
that's different.
But that's sweet and salty together.
No, it's not. Like peanut M&Ms, that's not sweet and salty. It's just they just put a cooked peanut and cover it in chocolate.
I
It's
don't
not,
know.
it's not that. It's not like
It's
salty.
not as salty as like a trail
No,
mix.
But yeah. Anyway, but in that same book, and this is something that maybe maybe this is our next potluck. We should have brought some of these things to try.
Yeah.
So in that same book, so the guy did the vanilla ice cream and soy sauce, and she did plain Pringles, like the plain original Pringles, dipped them in chocolate pudding, and then put a pickle slice on top.
Bruh.
Sounds like a pregnancy snack, but like.
Sounds-
I could see the Pringles and like chocolate pudding because it's kind of the same concept of like fries and a Frosty, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Oh, I do
Which I
like
think is
fries
a-
and frosty.
yeah,
I like
think
that.
that's one of those things. It's like it's that like potato saltiness and chocolate. Like
yeah.
it's a thing. Do you do the fries and Frosty?
No.
No. Have you ever tried
Dude, why? Okay. You know my love and my fascination for ice cream.
Not the fascination.
It is it is a part of my life. Like if ice cream disappeared, like it would be like somebody kidnapped one of my kids.
Yeah, that's tough.
It is tough.
I'm trying to be empathetic. This is the most ridiculous thing.
I love ice cream. Y'all know this, so I don't want to mess with it. If it's good as it is already,
But what if something else could complement it in a different way?
it's complimented great.
I mean, okay.
They spent
Never-
they
ice
spent
cream.
years.
Never change.
Dude, that's why Wendy's Frosties have never changed. It's because
They
spent
have though.
Not
They've
they.
come out with new flavors.
Not that,
all the
but
time.
what I'm saying is like the original chocolate one. You don't dip your fries in strawberry ones. You get the chocolate one, right? If you're gonna eat it.
Actually, yeah. I
We
do.
we tried fries in the orange creamsicle one that they had.
How'd that go?
It's fine. It tasted just the same.
Out. Them shoes are made for walking.
What are you doing with your weird flavors? What
I
are weird
don't-
flavors.
I don't do anything, but I read somewhere that someone put, they took the pretzel sticks
Mm-hmm.
and put them in bananas, and whenever they were growing up, they
Sounds
called bananas with bones. That's what they called it.
Huh.
But that sounds fine to me.
Yeah,
Pretzels
that
and
kind of
bananas.
sounds like
I
a fun little
think I'd-
snack.
totally eat that.
Like a classroom snack. That's what that's giving.
It's like celery and peanut butter, or I don't know, pretzels and bananas.
So specifically, when I was thinking ketchup things, I've seen people do ketchup with eggs. Maybe you guys
I have
do
seen
that.
like with
you're
scrambled
into that.
eggs, or I've seen that.
I've seen people do ketchup with like mac and cheese.
Yep. Like ketchup was a staple as a kid, and maybe it was just that it like gave us a little different flavor.
Yeah.
That we like because we didn't have fancy stuff.
We did a lot of mustard growing up in place of ketchup. I think we were not into the ketchup scene.
I can see that.
I mean, maybe we
like,
were, but I wasn't.
Random casserole dishes that we put together, like the tuna pea casserole. It's like tuna
I actually
and
like
pea
that stuff,
and like egg
though.
noodles and like whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But I think I talked about this on a potluck before about like I really like mac and cheese and peas together.
See, that's a good.
But I think that's fine.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
think
that
it's like too out there. But like I have told it to people and they've like freaked out. They're like, "That's disgusting." But I think it's because they don't like peas.
No, I like
Oh,
peas.
yeah, peas are great.
Yeah.
So we're pea.
Peas never change.
I think that
So
that
weird.
family that was putting the pretzel sticks in their bananas missed out on a great opportunities. They should have called it, instead of bananas with bones, they should have called it bones nanas. I don't know. Bone nanas.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I hate
Keep
my brain
hitting
some days.
stuff and making weird noises by hitting the table and the microphone.
yeah, that's
and
great.
Could you imagine not knowing like what your friends were eating, and you just see them like eating a banana, but it's like crunchy?
Crunchy. Yeah, that would be
That
weird.
would be kind of weird.
Yeah.
That would be weird
That would be weird.
because I don't, like softer foods, like you just kind of like you work it like 2 or 3 times and then it's down.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like with pretzels, like you have to chew it for a while so you
Yeah.
don't choke.
Yeah. I think that because a lot of the stuff that I saw, I was like, I'd try that. Like, it doesn't sound too crazy. But like the one that I really was just like, was avocado and chocolate.
Oh, I don't know that I've seen that, nor am I real interested in trying that.
I was like, that just doesn't, I don't.
Maybe if they were like frozen, like slices, almost like makes you think like a frozen dessert, like how people do like the
Yeah,
yogurt
maybe.
bars that are like the Greek yogurt bars. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because it's
Like,
like,
if it's
it
something
can be
like
like
that?
creamy almost. But like,
I
yeah, I
don't
don't
know.
think that I could do, that's the one that I was like, no way. Why would anybody do that?
I don't know.
Like, I cannot picture it or imagine it in a way that it could be
No.
okay to do.
Avocados are. I actually just found this out. There's different types of avocados.
Yeah.
So there's like the Haas avocados, which you generally get in the store. And then they have like an avocado that grows like 2 feet long.
Okay. Like it's just like a big, like a squash or something looking.
Yeah, it looks like a zucchini almost, but it's got like the bulb at the end where the pit is. So it's just basically like the top of it just grows longer.
Yeah.
And it has a different flavor too.
Yeah, but even that, I couldn't imagine a flavor different enough that would taste good with chocolate.
Yeah. Now,
Just couldn't-
could you imagine having to eat like
Oh, I
2.5
saw-
pounds of avocado in a sitting? Because, once you open it, like it starts to go brown really
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to
I don't
really
know,
like
I really-
avocados.
I mean, if I made it into some guacamole, I can smash some
Oh, I know.
guacamole.
Some Chipotle guacamole. They have the best.
Guacamole.
It's good stuff.
Sorry, there's on Go Noodle, there's a little song about guacamole. Anyway, it's in my head now.
It's a good song. The
You know what I'm-
guacamole
yeah,
song.
yeah.
Oh yeah, big fan. And there's a banana song. I think
Yeah.
there's a couple fruit songs.
A bone nana.
No banana songs. No, nope, none of that.
I have no idea what you're talking about. And like
Go
you're-
Noodle?
Yeah, and you're whispering. You're like
She's like, oh, there's a
Because
go
it's like one of those random thoughts that I'm like, I don't know that I should share this, but I'm going to.
Welcome
so
to the
Go
potluck.
Noodle. So Go Noodle.
This is where this is an
I'm sorry.
outlet for those random thoughts.
Okay,
We
so
should do a
Go
whisper
Noodle.
episode.
Go Noodle.
You said you welcomed random thoughts. Anyway.
It's like a channel that you can download on your smart TV or whatever, but it's got like a lot of different things. Like teachers use it in schools a lot, but it's got some exercising type things. It's got some brain things. It's got some songs. Like it's got meditation stuff. It's got yoga. It's got exercise. It's got, I don't know, just all kinds of different little things. Like the dudes that like kind of rap and they, like they did a rap for, what's it called? Scientific Method.
Okay.
Like they did a rap, like, or songish rap thing to go along with that, like to help teach kids that and remember it. And it's got a lot of good stuff. My kids really like it. There are some songs that have dances to it that they can go along with. We eat it every day, guacamole. In every single way, guacamole. You cannot take it from me. 365 days of the year. Yep.
I don't know if I like guacamole that much to write a song about it, but I was into it.
But there's like they've got some like chant and repeat things. Like it's fun. It's just a fun little
for
thing
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some even little
stuff.
like obstacle type games that like you run and have to like.
Oh, boy.
What's that? That looks like a dance
gosh,
move.
This is getting out of control.
Dodge to the side or jump or like squat down. So like, you know, we used it a lot with our kids when Anakin was little. We still put it on every now and then. Sometimes they want it. But it was like a good thing to throw on to get them some energy out.
Yeah.
Especially in the
man,
cold
I wish I
months.
would've
Or
had
Was it
that.
in the classroom? We
Yeah.
would use it for like, man, we're having a hard time focusing right now. Let's just take 3 minutes and dance to the
Yeah.
guacamole song or
Yes.
go do this thing or what.
They have
and then we get
mindfulness
right back on
stuff
track.
too, like
Yeah.
because there was one about like how to kind of take some deep breathing to calm down and whatever. Yeah, just
It's good
a
stuff.
lot of good stuff on there.
Yeah.
So
That's fun.
there you go, little resource for you.
What about Buddy the Elf's combination with spaghetti and maple syrup?
No.
Would you guys try
I
Buddy
would
the
try
Elf's breakfast, dinner?
I would
Dessert
try
dinner?
syrup on spaghetti.
Your
'Cause I-
ancestors would.
No, I mean a lot
Come
of
back to
listen
life.
now. A lot of my family, a lot of my ancestors would put some sugar in their sauce. Okay.
Oh yeah, like
Like,
a
so-
sweet.
No, it helps
marinara.
with the
Like-
acidity.
Yeah,
Mm.
but depending on who made it, like sometimes it was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So, and depending on what they were making, but so I could see it. Like I could see that the sweetness of this syrup
Yeah.
would.
Dessert spaghetti.
I don't know.
No, I know.
We went to Tintin Bridge, it's up the road from here, and they had. I'm trying to think of the exact. It was like an appetizer starter dish, but I want to say it was like a crab cake. I want to say it was a crab cake, and it had like caramel popcorn ball on top, but like also had like jalapeno spice in it too. And
Yeah.
we got it just because we were like, this sounds crazy, but it was really, everything tasted really good together.
That's cool.
I saw this guy on like one of the like Hell's Kitchen or Master Chef. That's what it was. And he made a lobster popcorn. So he made popcorn.
I'd be into that because it's like buttery.
Yeah, and then he put like he took lobster and like put it in like chunks, like in like his popcorn.
Yeah, I'd be into that.
Yeah,
I like both of those things.
I know, I like them both too. But people, I think we're knocking. I think we're coming to the end of things that we can try to put together. Because like now, like some of the stuff, whenever you watch those shows, you're like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing?
Sometimes.
Anthony was watching some show, and it was like Korean and Japanese and Chinese like cooks and stuff getting together, and it was like everything was dubbed over, and it was real interesting. But it was basically like black spoons and white spoons competing. So there were like really well-known chefs, and then these people who hadn't really made a name for themselves. And so there were 80 of the no-name people. Like they had to come up with nicknames for themselves. And so 80 of the no-name people, they had to get it down to 20 to compete against the other 20.
Wow.
Whatever. But he was watching it the other night, and at first I was like, what are we watching? And then I got into it, but they were coming up with some really interesting food stuff that I'm like, now it makes me really hungry and want to go try all that food.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that show Chopped?
Yes.
They give them like a basket full of mystery ingredients, and then you have like 15 minutes to prepare like an appetizer,
cool.
like 25 minutes for an entree, and like 20 minutes for dessert or whatever. And at the beginning of each round, they have to open it up, and then, they give them like a second just to kind of pull their thoughts together, and then they tell them off. And then each round they chop someone, who has the worst dish. But they give them like some of the craziest things. They're like pickled pig's feet and, milk chocolate and sour gummy worms.
Yes.
And Brussels sprouts.
Sounds like a youth retreat.
It's
I've been on that
exactly
trip.
what it is. That's
on that
exactly
trip.
what it is. And I don't even know. And there's no way. The judges have to be lying. They have to, because they're like, so tell us what you serve for us. Like, well, I took the pig's feet and got whatever meat was on it, and so I just boiled it in the chocolate, and I made like a chocolate fondant or whatever, boiled it in there, and then I just grated the Brussels sprouts over it, and then garnished it with sour gummy worms. And then the judges are just sitting there and just like, oh yeah, I can see, yeah, this is. You're like, there ain't no way.
You know why
there ain't no way that's good.
Do you know why they're doing it? Because they're getting paid.
Oh, dude, you can pay me.
If you pay me, I'm gonna tell you them pig's feet with the garnish of the gummy gravy.
These judges on this show Anthony was watching, they were like relentless. I mean, but they had to take it from 80 to 20, so you had to be.
Goodness.
But like, you could tell when they really liked it, because they would eat it, buddy. Like, I feel like judges on most American shows, they're like little tiny bite here or that, like whatever. But they were like eating. Like the one guy that was eating some dumplings, he ended up eating like 2 or 3 of those dumplings, and they were giant. And I was like,
that's awesome.
He's still got like 60 people he's got to taste test for. But anyway. But yeah, it was fun.
Speaking of judges,
are fun.
Judges and juries be making laws.
Oh, good segue.
Good segue.
Right, Hannah. We gotta get done.
So in case y'all don't know, I gave these contestants,
it's
participants.
Random. It's random, but not fully random. This is the
so the most ridiculous laws still on the books.
All right, in the state of West Virginia, this goes with our last topic. It is still legal in the state of West Virginia to take home roadkill to make it for supper.
Nice.
Yeah, there's no law against it. If you see something on the side of the road that looks like you want to take it home and eat it, in the state of West Virginia, you are 100% allowed to do such a thing.
Huh.
I don't know that should be illegal. I just don't know that it should be maybe any documentation about it. Maybe we just go, maybe we shouldn't tell people they can do this. Just kind of leave this up to some common sense and some dire situations.
Is that what? Never mind.
So
keep that one in.
Erica, whenever we lived in Texas, she had a coworker of hers, and her husband. They lived out in the country in Texas, and so there's all kinds of deer and everything. And in his truck, he always kept like a super sharp knife and a cooler. And so whenever he would drive around, and he'd go to work like every day, he drove the same road like all the time. So he knew if like something, like if a deer was like freshly killed, like, like got hit by a car or something like that, and just pull over on the side of the road and take whatever cuts of meat he wanted, and then just leave
the rest there.
Leave the rest, So he'd go through and like get the backstrap or the tenderloin, or if he wanted like a leg or something like that, just whatever. He'd put it in his cooler, stop by the gas station on his way to work, put ice in it, and take
How
care
was
of it
that?
whenever he came home.
How about that?
That's disgusting.
Well, I mean, if you're in a dire situation, I could
That's
see.
the thing. He wasn't.
But you're not. Then you're going. What are you doing?
Him and his wife were like higher up on the on like the nursing scale.
The food chain.
Like they were like higher. They were like charge nurses. Like so they were like over like a section or whatever.
Yeah.
Bruh, just go buy some.
Some
This is
people
their
like
favorite
sustainable living.
Yeah.
I like it
so
too. Like I love
in-
that idea of it. But God, I'm not gonna sit there and go, I haven't seen that deer around here for a while.
Like-
Let me get my knife and
Well,
Yeah.
I just feel like I don't leave early enough to do anything like that. Like, does he
Leave
it
a gap, a margin.
Like,
to,
I'm gonna leave a little early just in case I see some stuff on the road that I can
Yeah.
that I can butcher and take with me. That's I don't know. Well, in Alabama, it's illegal to wear a fake mustache that causes laughter in church.
that's what I found too.
No way.
I'm dead serious.
You guys are worried about all the
Telling that
laughter
one.
in church?
It's illegal to
like,
wear a
just
probably
fake
the Peace
mustache
Google search
that
that we
causes
did.
laughter.
That's
yeah,
so good.
that causes laughter.
I just looked up West
liked-
Virginia ones.
I wanted to see the whole gamut, and then I was like, I'm just gonna have the link because this has a lot on there, and it's really some of them are really funny.
Yeah, I did come across this
Like-
one that you can't carry a salmon suspiciously in the UK.
That's a good law, actually.
Salmon
That-
suspiciously.
That is a law that should remain.
What is suspiciously carrying it? Like you got it
Wearing a
in your
mustache.
pocket square. A fake mustache.
Fake mustache.
Yeah, you made a sash out of a salmon. You pull it out of your pocket to wipe your nose with.
Something
Hey,
smells
why are you carrying
fishy.
that salmon suspiciously? Oh, it's a good absorber of my
I'm-
sniffles.
I'm picturing a person in the trench coat. Well, like with this, like they pull
You
out
wanna-
the side of their jacket. They got salmons lined up. They're like, "Hey, you want a
Hey.
salmon? Hey, go over here. I got this one over here."
Yeah,
This you can't push a
not
light.
caught illegally.
Are you being suspicious? I'm gonna have to call the law.
Yeah. Cop pulls up. I always have salmon in my jacket. No, sir, you don't.
I
That's
am-
very suspicious.
Not on the same level. You can't push a live moose out of an airplane in Alaska
Wow. You know why laws are made, you guys, right?
because it's
Because somebody's
happened.
done it before.
Yeah, it
Yes.
says this gives explanations. So the laws help prevent potential harm to the moose during a fall and protects property or individuals from unexpected impacts.
Oh my gosh.
Unexpected.
I cannot imagine a moose falling out of the sky.
Like
A moose standing next to you that falls over is going to hurt you, and a moose falling out of the sky is going to cause severe damage to all,
Yeah.
including the moose.
Yeah. Don't drop a moose because we don't want it to get hurt. Like, that's what the law just said. Like,
donkeys,
obviously.
donkeys can't sleep in bathtubs in Arizona.
What are they doing in Arizona?
Apparently, at one point, a
What?
rancher's donkey was found a cozy spot in a bathtub, but then there was a flood, and it led to a costly search and rescue operation.
For a donkey.
So to prevent this in the future,
I was just about to say, what in the methamphetamine is going on?
Are
That's
there
what that
floods
sounds
in
like.
Arizona?
apparently, at a certain point,
A donkey
somewhere
caused floods?
there
It's got to be
was.
just like the once a year monsoon that they
Yeah.
have. Because it's pretty dry there.
Wow. Donkeys. Oh man, what are they up to?
In California, women are not allowed to drive a car while wearing a housecoat. Sorry, Anna.
Suspicious.
What are some other ones?
What are some other ones?
Yeah.
It's illegal to keep a couch on your porch in Colorado.
Not in West Virginia.
This one
Motown.
I loved. Pickles must bounce to be considered safe for human consumption in Connecticut.
Why are they
Give
up
us-
in Connecticut
Like,
bouncing
can you-
pickles?
Can you imagine that job? I just have to
Put that on your resume.
Yeah, I
check
know.
the bounce of pickles.
Tell us about your work history. For the past 5 years, I was a pickle bouncer.
I was an official pickle bouncer.
Yeah. What do you mean by that? I bounced pickles.
Oh man. Your
In
mom's
Delaware, it's a pull your pants up law. You can't sag your pants.
That's good. That should be.
Yeah,
That should
I think
be.
that, yeah.
That should be everywhere.
Yeah. Florida says
so
unmarried
crazy.
women who parachute on Sundays can be fined or jailed.
What?
In Georgia,
Were they running out of things to send people to jail for in Florida? Where they got vacancies in their prisons?
maybe
I feel
there was a
like-
time. Hold on, what's it say? There was a curious old law that unmarried women couldn't do this. Blah blah blah. This peculiar rule may have been created to uphold traditional values and social norms regarding appropriate activities for women on Sundays. It also reflects a time when certain leisure activities were considered unsuitable for a day of rest. Of course. To our
There we
Floridian friends, we are all well aware that unmarried women parachuting on Sunday is pretty far down on the list of crazy things that happen.
Wow.
In Georgia, carrying an ice cream cone in your back pocket is illegal.
Good.
I knew he'd love that one.
But I feel like some of these laws, like whenever it seems like they were just like whenever they were forming the states, and they're like, okay,
We got to make a list,
we
boys.
gotta make the laws, okay? You know, no jaywalking,
Well,
don't be speeding.
I feel like some
you
of
know,
this.
don't put an ice cream cone in your back pocket.
Let's see.
I'm tired of Bob carrying that salmon suspiciously.
Get Bob out of
Put
town.
that in the
day,
books.
listen, back in the day, people could attempt to lure horses away by placing an ice cream cone in their back pocket, as it was a convenient place to stash the treat. The law was introduced to curb the sneaky trick, protecting horses from being stolen.
How about just say, don't steal horses?
Yeah, literally. What is going on?
Point
Cheryl,
of
we're
fact.
acting like you made the law and we're mad at you.
I know. Way to go.
Okay, coins are not allowed to be placed in one's ears in Hawaii.
Coins? like a coin.
Oh, maybe from like they had a magic trick go wrong. Oh, got a quarter behind your ear. Oh, wait, it's in your ear and trapped. Sorry.
No, listen, the law was put in place to prevent the destruction of coins, as they could be damaged or lost when placed in the ear canal.
Bruh, you have
worried
got
about
to
the
have some
coins.
crazy ears to put a coin
know.
in like your ear
Have you
canal.
been to Hawaii? I know anything. I'm just asking if you have more insight than me.
No.
Riding a merry-go-round on Sundays is illegal in Idaho. And
That don't seem right.
it's illegal to take a nap in the cheese factory. In a cheese factory in Illinois. Sorry.
Listen, I got some West Virginia ones. These are just city
Yes,
laws.
okay.
Three things. One, in Alderson, which is a city here in the state, an individual may not walk a lion, a tiger, or a leopard, even if it's on a leash. That seems pretty good.
Yeah, that's
You
very
can't-
reasonable.
You can't take your big cat for a walk.
Yeah.
in Alderson.
I got one more for you.
Go
This
for
one
it.
I thought, man, that's mean. Mourners at a wake may not eat more than 3 sandwiches in Louisiana.
What if their feelings are hurt and they just need a sandwich?
Or 3.
Or 4.
What if they're tiny, like, little sandwiches?
They may have measuring tools to measure
Yeah.
whether it's a valid sandwich or not.
I mean, we do have sliders.
Oh, that was
Oh, see? In Huntington, West Virginia, firemen may not whistle or flirt with any woman passing a firehouse.
it's probably legit.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's amazing. And then in addition,
Although
Huntington has another unique law. It is legal to beat your wife as long as it's done in public on Sunday on the courthouse steps.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know if that was still legal or not, and so I had to look it up. And it is,
Uh-huh.
but in the city of Huntington.
That's where I'm from, y'all.
Welcome to West Virginia.
What in the world?
Where I'm
I
from.
feel like
What in the West Virginia?
that is terrible, first off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do not support that idea at all, but I'm surprised that nobody has a YouTube channel.
Like this Sunday. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
terrible.
know.
Horrible.
I know.
Horrible. Last unique to us to specific regions in West Virginia, and this would be not good for us. So if we plan on moving to Nicholas County, we're in trouble because no member of the clergy is allowed to tell jokes or humorous stories from the pulpit during a service in Nicholas County.
What?
Oh.
So watch yourselves. I'm serious for the rest of this episode because I want to be obedient to the law. Thank you.
We're in Kanawha County.
Yeah, but when in Rome.
That was a joke.
I don't know.
Oh, do you want to pull a mystery meat out?
Yes, can I?
Yeah, sure.
I just get so excited.
She's out of control.
What's your mystery meat ditty?
What?
Like if you had to come up with a little
Like a
sound
little
bite
jingle.
or jingle.
I don't know. I'd be like, are you hungry? Did you come to eat? Because it's time for mystery meat.
That was pretty good. I feel like there still needs to be some more. You need to
Yeah.
work on this.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
No, like
Oh,
So
more
take
words?
a seat.
More words to
and
it?
Put up your feet. Because it's time
Okay,
for
I'll
mystery
think on it.
Okay.
I'll think on it. I don't want to
to
get too
take
jokey.
a bite of mystery meat.
meat.
Okay.
What's your favorite way to integrate your faith into your daily routine?
Thank you,
It's a
mystery
serious
meat.
So
one.
good,
You wanted a
mystery
serious
meat.
one.
Oh, Lord bless the mystery meat jar.
Lord bless
So
us.
good.
Favorite way to integrate your faith into your daily routine?
This is good stuff.
My favorite way.
So this is great. This is good advice if you have kids, is to teach your kids what you want to do. So what I'm saying is, if you want to read the Bible, include your kids to do that. If you want to, put more scripture reading in your daily, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Daily routine.
Daily routine. Thank you. I'm just all jacked up from the ice cream and luring horses with it. No, but if you want
The
to,
ice cream's got him a mess.
or if you want to pray more, include your kids on it because they will hold you accountable.
for sure.
Hey, Dad, it's 5:00. We need to read the Bible, or we need to pray, or we
That's fine.
Yeah.
need to turn that off and listen to some worship music, whatever that is.
Yeah.
It is not only helping you out, but it's teaching your kids the importance of like these things that we're supposed to have of high value and high importance in our own lives.
That's good stuff. I know for me, I try to use my drive time as ways and opportunities to connect. And it's not every single time I'm in the car, but when I get in the car, I do look at that as an appointment with my faith, like an appointment with whether that's like listening to literally just the Bible app, like speaking like through a section, maybe a section that I'm interested in or a section that I'm like preparing to teach on or speak on or share, whatever. Podcasts or books that are faith-based, and even phone calls, like intentional phone calls with people that are like, hey, I'm wanting to have a faith conversation with this person. And so using that drive time to like make that happen, that's something that I've tried to incorporate. Like it's daily. I'm going to be in the car regularly throughout my life, as far as I'm aware so far.
Yeah.
And using that time as like a moment. And there's other things, but that's one that comes to my mind immediately.
Yeah. I, this year, decided to do a Bible through the year, but on Audible. And it's chronological, which has been cool to hear that. But it's like about 15 minutes a day. Well, I listen to 1.7 times speed because the guy reads slow. So it's about 15 minutes though. And I have a 30-minute drive. So like I can listen to it and then pray or listen to worship music or whatever. But I was telling my Bible study this morning, I said, I'm in the New Testament. I was so excited because I got in the New Testament. But then I looked down and I think because I was so excited about the New Testament and I was listening that I got ahead on my days. But but I've enjoyed that because it's actually kept me consistent because I've tried to do Bible through the years before and haven't, like, I end up getting behind and it's really hard to catch up. But like where it's on Audible and because it's less time than my drive time, I can like if I, because some Fridays I don't go out of the house, I don't leave the house, y'all. Like so some Fridays I maybe miss I'm doing other stuff, but like that's one of the ways. that I've really enjoyed. And I think for me, listening to it, I pick up on things that I miss reading.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
sometimes certain things stand out that I'm like, oh, like it happened today. And I shared it with my Bible study and I was like, man, it's really cool. And a lot of people don't like the listening, but I always tell people, I'm like, even if you don't absorb it all, you're absorbing more than what you would be if you don't do that.
Yep.
But I think that's one of the things this year that I've incorporated that I've really enjoyed doing. I've always, listened to other stuff, but whether it's a book or whatever, but I've specifically done the Bible reading thing.
That's cool.
In the car.
Well, and listening to like somebody else read it, they're going to read it completely different from when I would read it.
Yeah.
So their voice inflections may highlight something or put emphasis on something different than the way that I would.
Yeah, it's true.
Very true.
It's...
Yeah, this guy, it's the chronological Bible in a year NLT. I don't know if that matters if it's different people reading the different things. Because I know on the Bible app, like when you switch translations, it's a different narrator. But this guy is pretty fun because like when he reads what people are saying, he gets into it and changes his voice a little. Like he doesn't try to do like a female voice, but like
characters.
Yeah. Yep. And so that was fun.
That's cool.
But the chronological part I think has been really cool and one of my favorite things this year because hearing, the different prophets in line with what's in Kings and Chronicles and whatever has been really just a different take than what I would normally do.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Awesome. I enjoyed it. Good episode.
Yeah.
Real chill, real easy.
Yeah. We'll be back for more in the future.
Mm-hmm. Share your celebrity doppelganger with us. I'm interested.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Any of those weird things we talked about. If
Yes.
you guys have fun things to share, listeners, watchers, viewers, subscribers, share them. We love a little follow-up action.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the going on, we just started our 4th year and of the potluck.
It's so crazy.
Yeah. And I think this is episode 154 or 155 or something like that. But we've had, some people comment here and there, oh, I love the episode. Oh, that was too funny or whatever. But we've only had one person like actually give us a follow-up.
Yeah.
So it's on you.
Follow up. They
Yeah.
probably tune out before
It's
this
a
part.
two-way conversation. We're chatting to you. Don't just listen, chat back. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Put it in the chat.
Oh, Dubs in the chat. Okay.
All right.
Good job, everybody.
It's time. Thank you so much for listening in with us today. We really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You can also follow us on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, and you can also watch the video version of this on YouTube as well. All you have to do is search up the Pastor's Potluck Podcast. From all of us here, we want to say thank you, and we'll see you next week.